As they're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. And he stopped immediately there. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Now whistles here, I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll set him back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Jacobs now. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes him back to where they started. Third and 10.
Brings up third and...
Now Brady on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown.
Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Another try after the first down sack. Brady escaping the pressure right. And the intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and it's third down.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He'll let this go deep for runs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game, so they've got to weigh things about who's behind him.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That is caught at the 7. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Rams 21, Raiders nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by John Johnson. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True. So
when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Complete to number
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Brady. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Flush to his right. And can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Leonard Floyd has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On first down, gone. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I'm going to tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if some guys, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Play makes it 3rd and 17.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and throw for it here. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Going up top for Kupp. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Rams 42. Raiders nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll start with the option. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Flushed out right. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Rams 49. Raiders nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 times.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they will be set up now as he brings
pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. Third down now to follow. Sliding out of the pocket. The LA defense, the sniff and coverage there, pushes this to fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At the 7-yard line, the Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll buy some time right. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A shotgun snap for Gone. They'll roll him out right. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Going up top for Cup. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Complete. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the gun, here's Gone. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown.
To Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp, 43 yards. And the Rams take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Rams 58, Raiders 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep.
How you like me now?
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This out quickly to Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. They run it with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brady escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. 3rd down and 13.
From the gun, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL.
From the end zone, it's a fake, and he's not going to get to the marker, and that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Number 89.
Tyler Higbee, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Rams just continue to pour it on. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Out of the gun. Gone. That'll be caught by Cup. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
1st down, Los Angeles.
A quick pass to Cup. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage back at the 6. And that was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. So that one will be accepted. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from a yard out. And this offense is running away with this one.
So he's in for his third score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make... And my goodness, another interception. Showtime at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Tyler Bass for the extra point.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting him at this point.
And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. He is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that.
I'm so confused. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Rolling to his right. Open man, Higby, the tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? It wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But just like 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught one as well.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And he completes it to Hunt. We'll get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up
on 2nd and 12. Brady flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and
play action. Now it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. He's at the 50.
You know they pay me.
He's at the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, L.A. Dalvin Cook, 98 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. On third down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 46 yards. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Now Brady. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now Goff on first down. Going up top for Cup. And got his man complete. The 30. Past the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 92 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They'll turn the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. Flushed out right. The open man here, Renfro. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. They're not losing yardage.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game has been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Flush to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
They call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down.
Shotgun now for Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Yeah, this is going to be touchdown, but what a gift here. That's going to set the return team up in the red zone already.
First and 10 at the Raiders' 20-yard line.
Just outside of the 10 at the 11. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
10 yards.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
11-yard line.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. And it's caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Tyler Bass.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Pay attention, pay attention.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Oh, miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out.
He's never been close on the field before. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, that great field position. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They try again with Cook, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got,